What's up? Let's talk about the new developments in the Tupac search for the investigation. A lot of people think Puff is involved in it, and he's not been a person of interest so far based on the facts that we got. Now, we've all loved Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pac is one of the people we have gravitated to through his music, his film, and he was too iconic of a human being to have something like this happen and nobody know anything or to not have the case solved. Now, what people don't seem to understand is you having all of these different people come around and make these claims about, oh, this person is this or this person is, oh, I was there on the scene and I saw this and I saw that. Everybody wants to get famous off of somebody losing their life, which to me is pretty bizarre that that's what you want to be famous for. And it's like, okay, you want to be famous for that? And then you want to brag. You got a guy bragging about being in the car. Hold on. Now, everybody keeps making hold on. Sorry about this. Now, here's the instance. We have a grave situation going on. Now, people are all making this a really big situation. We had a lot on our plate. We had a lot of stuff that is brewing, but my goodness, this is just crazy. So anyway, a lot of people was making the assumption that, oh, these guys coming forward talking about, yo, I was there. They want to get famous off somebody passing away and keep talking about the crime. And I was in the car. You know, I'm related. That was my nephew. He did it. But, you know, all this craziness, right? Then somebody about 2 years ago, had to be about 2, 3 years ago, because I don't know if I was in this place yet. I might have been. And they was like, you want to interview Keffe D? I can hook that up. Like, you can interview. I'm like, I don't want to interview this dude. I don't want to have nothing to do with him. I'm not going to have nothing to do with somebody who played a role in the loss of one of the greatest talents this world has ever seen. I don't want that. So I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't want nothing to do with him. So I wasn't going to give him no light. And it seems like everybody else for hits and views would do it. And they was giving this guy a platform. And the more he talked, it was like a fool would eventually expose himself. And that's what he did. That fool exposed himself. He kept talking. He wrote a book. He tried to do what the police officer guy was doing. Like, oh, I cut a deal with him, so I can go ahead and do this and that. So the more details they took, some of the items that they took all the computers out of the house. They took all the laptops. They took tablets. They took phones. They took photos, and they were like what they said, like a crate full of photos. They took the photos out of the house, and they took, and there was no problems when they showed up. They showed up in armored tanks for a search warrant. They didn't get any problem when they pulled up with their armored tanks. They get out of the tanks. They ordered the people to come out, put the phone down, lay down. As a female who's owner of the home was sitting on the curb as they investigated and did their search with their search warrant. After they conducted their search warrant without any problems with anything, they served people with paperwork, and they actually confiscated the book and everything else that they had on file. So there's obviously something that he said via interview or something, or they want to make sure through phone records, text messages, or whatever, that this person didn't say something that would lead to this. Now, how did a judge approve such a search warrant? There must be some very criminal evidence either in the book or even in one of the interviews that he said that could lead to an arrest, or at least what we saw, a search, and get a judge to sign off on it. So with all of this evidence found, people was like, oh, he finna roll over on Puffy. Well, a lot of you guys make that assumption and you jump to conclusions based on the fact that people are like gullible, they're not too bright. This is just the way people act. They're nothing more than this, and that's that. The notion has always been you have to be better than what you pretend or pertain that you want to be. You have to learn to be better. When people try to take apart everything you do, you got to learn and figure out a way to be better. You have to, or you'll drown in this game. But if you have no morals, no code, nothing, these type of things will happen. You think because you did something 20 some years ago, you never gonna get away with it? You think if you was involved with something 25 years ago, there's a phrase that say take it to the grave. Certain things ain't meant for the public consumption. Sometimes it's best to not say nothing. I knew some brothers, and still know some brothers, that took people's lives. They don't talk about it. They're not asked about it. If you ask about it, do you know them? Are you cool with them? Because those are the only people that'll be asking those type of questions. I don't think you want to go in there questioning people about, yo, man, whatever happened to homeboy Chill and this person and that person? Saying, I don't know who that person is. Straight like that. I don't know. Beats me. That's how they move. They move like that. And the reason they move like that is because they know they could go to jail no matter what the law say. But they gonna have to, it all comes back around. You think you got away with something, but it all comes back around. That whatever energy you put out in the world, it comes back at you tenfold. Tenfold. So always pay attention to that. It comes back at you heavy. So we gotta do all of these different things to try to weed out some of these people. So if they hopefully arrest this guy, put him behind bars for his involvement in this. That I don't know how anybody who said what he said could be walking the streets as if he didn't know what was going to happen, like he wasn't with what went down. And he get to walk around making stories and talking about it and making money and profiting off of the deceased. Nah, bro. All your proceeds should go to the Tupac estate. But he finna lawyer up. He gonna say, I cut a deal. He gonna say whatever he gotta say if he's brought up on charges. Most of these people out here, they look at this as a game. They say, oh man, this is just, man, they got him and they finna come through. The police have their agenda. They have big business going on through Vegas. I just told you, they're not looking to make any type of waves. They want people to feel comfortable coming to Vegas. This is not like back in the 90s. This is a whole new Vegas. We solve cases now. We are not going to have this violence tolerated in Nevada, and we're going to solve the biggest unsolved case. Close the book on it. Now, many people might ask themselves, why all of a sudden? Oh, I'm sorry about that. People texting me. But people are going to say, hey, man, when are you going to finally, take care of this? Like, when you was going to address that, and why didn't you do that? You should have just interviewed Keffe. Y'all, man, if you'd have did that, dude, you would have got so much. I don't even want that video. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. That's like saying we got the person that took out Biggie. You want to interview him? No. I don't want to interview him. I don't want to talk to him. I ain't got nothing to say to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want, you was in concert with those dudes. That's your family. No matter if you thought dude was wrong or not, you was in concert with what happened after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Dude didn't see you with guns. You know what I'm saying? You could have saw him right back with your fist. Y'all chose to use the coward way out. And that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. So the way I see it, people got a decision to make. They have different processes they have to go through. They have different meaning of subjects they need to think about before they go ahead and make these decisions. When people start making what they call random decisions when it come to Tupac, and then you look at the evidence, like they haven't announced anything, like who did what, the whole nine, They haven't did or came up with any of the solutions, but there's an investigation going on and been going on. And as I told you, former officer Reggie Wright Jr. told you that Keffe might be getting arrested, that the investigation is going to ramp up. This was a year ago. And the dude kept talking. He kept talking. No, he ain't been arrested. He cut a deal. He got a proffer agreement. And he did this. Oh, he can't go to jail now. Man, there are loopholes to this. You don't know what the agreement was really about. You don't know what he did. It's all rumored. What you guys believe he did and what he didn't do. All rumored. Now, take for instance, you look at all the other stuff they laid out in front of you, right? And said, oh, this is how it's supposed to go. Yeah, this is the situation. Yeah, this is the way it is right now. So everything that's happening is supposed to happen because A went to A plus A is A, and 1 plus 1 is 2. No, it's going the way it's going because it's karma. you get back the energy you put out. 100%. You get out what you put out. It'll come back on you. People don't believe that, but it's true. If you put evil out in the world, evil will come up and show up on your doorstep, knock on your door, and say hello. Or it bleeds off into people you know, family members. You think for an instance that don't happen? It happens all the time. We've seen it happen in cases. I had somebody who always do bad stuff, nothing happened to them, but the people around them, stuff always happened to them. You got those people that never pray and never do anything, right? But nothing happened to them because somewhere their mother is praying hard for them. She praying so hard for them that her health might fail. She putting all her prayers and blessings into him, hoping he do right and get right. That's what we talking about. That's why the world is screwed up right now. That's why everybody is looking around and looking over their shoulder confused because they don't seem to get it. We as people need to understand what it is to be on the level and off the level. You know what I mean? There's so many people out here with these actions that don't make any sense. There's so many people out here with these certain prospects, the ambitious and ambition rather. And they're trying to prosper to a position, and make themselves famous off of crimes that they've been a part of. You got the police officer who was there trying to write a book about it because I was investigated. He ain't had no love for pot, but he's using it. Using it to make money. Wants to go against Poole's theory and do all this stuff. So he's making his money and profiting off of it. They had bike cops I was first on the scene and I saw the incident. All of these people spewing lies consistently, changing events, putting words in people's mouths, saying things that they might believe Tupac would say. I don't trust any of them. I don't trust any of these snakes. And now that you have the situation where it is right now, where everybody is jumping on to the actual keys and the facts, I don't have Keffe's book. I didn't read Keffe's book. I don't want nothing to do with Keffe. So whatever's in that book that he said that might lead to him, vanity is the biggest enemy because you're blinded by it. It always dooms the person that sits there and consumes it. You've seen it a lot. You see social media. You see how these people do that. You be like, man, this person got sense. This person has a lot of money. Why in the world would they be sitting there talking about all this nonsense? Like it don't even make sense. 90% of the stuff they talk about is trash. They're on social media doing all kind of goofiness. It needs to be well-established women and men. All for likes and attention. The vanity. They gotta have the vanity, the drama. It means so much to them. So if you know that means so much to someone, they would stoop at nothing to achieve it. Now, what did they say about the world? They say the world will tell you before anybody else will tell you. Somebody out there teach you. You saw, unfortunately, a lot of lives are lost. That's why revenge has never been the way to handle business or handle anything. Because you know what happens with revenge? It never ends. It's a dangerous cycle that continues to go on and on and on. Yeah, you got him, but now you got to worry about his cousins. Now you got to worry about his mother. You got to worry about his daddy. You got to worry for the rest of your life. Then when they come get you, it only end there. Oh no, because now your people who care about you, they got to risk their life. They got to come get revenge. And now, here comes revenge. That revenge word again. And now it's their turn. And now they finna come back, and now they want to get this cousin. This cousin means everything to them now. Now they gotta get revenge. Then they take somebody else. Now you'd involved other family members. Now it's a whole big gumbo pot of everybody hurting everybody. Putting pain in other people's lives forever. Scars, lifetime scars. And they're continuous. They never die out. So when they seize those laptops, and they got the cell phones, and the tablets, and the old computers, the photos, they took those for a reason. They must have some great intel that there is something going on that they need to investigate. So we're gonna see what all it leads up to. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here. I want to say peace and blessings to everyone out there. Thank y'all for listening. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the page. My Patreon's up there. My Cash App is up there. Love, peace, and hair grease. I'm out. And shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bust Life, for keeping it real. Once again, Armando Black TV, Damn DPOV. Welcome to HD with the 2 Eyes TV. Seahawks Jose Rodriguez. Outlaw. And we out.